All right, good morning, everyone. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's start with economic data. All right, so for today, here's what we have so far. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Need to update that. There we go. So for PCE price index month over month came in at 0.3%. So that's lower than expected. Personal income month over month came in at 0.3%, higher than expected. Personal spending month over month came in at 0.2%, lower than expected. We have Chicago PMI coming up in about 7 minutes. Um, Expectations 43.1. Then at 10 o'clock, we've Eastern time, we've got revised UOM consumer sentiment and revised U of M inflation expectations. Later on, we'll have at 11 a.m. ECB President Lagarde will speak. Even though this is not the US, given the current banking situation, this should have some significant impact. FOMC member Williams will be speaking at 3:05 p.m. FOMC member Cook will be speaking at 5:45. FOMC member Waller will be speaking at 10 p.m. Eastern. Now, obviously, these later ones will have no impact except for this one right here. Will have impact on the markets since the markets will still be open at that time. The last two will not, since the regular session will be closed. So, for the most part, um, once that's over, then, once this speech is over, then that'll be it. Um, so the big news or the big numbers will be coming out at 9:45 and 10. The ones that are already come out have already impacted the markets, which we'll go over in a little bit. All right. Now, as far as stocks that were moving yesterday, let's take a look. All right. So, yesterday, let's just go through some of those that were on the list. Okay. Let's start with EMPH. All right. So, yesterday, EMPH had a decent move at the start of the day to the upside. Then, after that, very sharp decline. And then you just had basically a few waves up and down. But for the most part, I would say it was more deployable in the short direction for the majority of the day. But at the beginning of the day, definitely we had a good opportunity to the in the buy direction. It almost hit target number one. It fell short. Target number one yesterday was 214.68. So the stock peaked out at 214.19. So it fell short of that on its way to that first target. Then we had BMEA, which I spotted after it had already sold off and came back. So after this sell off and the recovery, that's when I pointed it out in the room. The stock was able to eventually pull up again, where it hit target number one, which was 33.58, starting from roughly 32.30. So not too bad, over a dollar move on the stock. So this one I know was definitely exploitable. Other than that, I wouldn't touch it for the rest of the day. But during that one period of time, it was pretty good. Um, Now, Next up, we've got INTC, which wasn't something that I was watching pre-market, but at the opening bell, it did move fairly well. So this first part of the move took us all the way up to target number one. It actually fell short of it. Target number one was 32.39. So first, the stock did not hit that. Then afterwards, it came back down and went up to that target and then some. So in this second move up, it did surpass target number one. After that, just basically went sideways. All right, next up we got Billy. Billy was moving fairly quickly at the open. At first it was neutral, then finally it broke out. This took it almost to target number one. Once again, this one fell short of target number one. It topped out at 25.56. Target number one was 4 cents higher, so it got pretty close. Just couldn't hit it. Then we had Meta, which did hit target number one with ease. Basically went up to target number one within the first, I would say, the first hour of the session. Target number one was 207.04, so it went well past that. But then afterwards, it just kind of crisscrossed around that level for the rest of the day, and then that was it. So decent move, not the most aggressive move up, but we did spot it early enough to take advantage of it. Other than that, a lot of the other stocks, SGBX, SCYX, SMTC, they just weren't doing much. So, in short, not really much going on with those. Okay. All right. So that was pretty much it for yesterday. There are other stocks, of course, that were moving, but these are the ones that we were mostly focused on. Now, let's take a look at what's moving pre market. Okay, so I have a longer list today than I've had recently. So let's take a look and see what's there. Second. All right, so one of the stocks I see right now in the pre-market is Palisade Bio. Give me 1 second. The Palisade Bio currently, 1 second. Currently up 21.13% on 3.9 million shares. This is a stock we've had some luck with before. Most of this movement up occurred in the post-market session yesterday. But anyway, it did actually move well yesterday. It didn't really show up on my radar, but it did move very well yesterday as well, going from about $2 to the close of about 280. Either way, looks like we have some potential there. It's still up, so I'll see what type of opportunities we have at the open. So we'll add PALI to our list. All right, next up, Tesla looks just like most of the rest of the market, so I wouldn't single it out. We already have a good method of finding that stock in case it moves by just looking at our watch list. It'll be automatically sorted based on the degree of movement from the opening price. So if Tesla starts to bubble up to the top, we'll pay attention to it. We've got SPRO. Now, SPRO, let's see, 2.3 million shares, up 11%. So it's not up a lot. It's coming off of earnings yesterday. So looks like it might have some momentum. I'm not too confident that this stock will be a great opportunity, but it may surprise. So since it's showing some intention, we'll go ahead and take a look at that at the opening. All right, next up, Let's get that one. I was looking at Nikola, but I don't really like the way it's trading. It's not, it's just too small of a range. And even with the volume, it's just not doing enough. So, Nikola, I'm not going to add to the list, but maybe it'll do something at the opening bell, but I'm not expecting it to do much. Bed Bath and Beyond now at 55 cents. Wow, this stock just can't get a break. Can it? Um, yeah. So, Bed Bath and Beyond, it's still under $1, so that stock pretty much has sailed off into oblivion. Virgin Orbit Holdings keeps sinking as well. VORB, FFIE continues to sink. So basically, a lot of these stocks that show some potential to maybe start moving again, they're dead. So we're not going to chase them down the drain. We'll just let them go. All right, guys. You guys see anything? Yeah, we don't. There's no way we can trade them. They wouldn't function. So since this is a prop firm, there are limits to what we can do. So, you guys have anything else that you guys see that looks good? Any stocks that I didn't see that you guys see? Anything over $1, Nasdaq traded, at least 1 million shares, pre-market volume, PYXS. Take a look. Of course, that's a familiar one. Um, right now, it's not really moving. Um, I mean, as far as the price movement, it's still trading, but I mean, at the open, we'll see. This stock could do something, but it's trading a little under. So I mean, we watch that every morning at this point since it has been active recently. So in the event that it starts to look like it's going to do something, we'll take a look at it. Sure. Not doing much right now. Only 13,000 shares traded. So again, we're looking for a stock that's trading, this price range is fine, but we need something that's trading at least 1 million shares pre-market and has some significant price change. Let's see. Volume not enough right now, but that's after earnings, so I'll put I'll take a look at it before market open to see if the volume's up. But as of right now, not really looking so great. So volume is not high enough at the moment. So so make sure if you guys are looking, like make sure you check your level two, enter the stock symbol in and see what it's doing, right? So if it's not trading a lot of volume, 700,000 shares is okay, not bad, but we want to make sure it's trading more than that. So SCYX is on the screen right now. So if we're looking, just make sure we're trying to find some stocks that have some really good volume. So this might be something later, but as of right now, no. All right. So I guess that would be it then. So uh, other than that, I'll jump into the coaching room here in 10 minutes. For those of you who are not part of our program as members, be sure to check out fundertrading.com, our website, to learn more about us. After this broadcast is done, I'll add the link text, the text to the bottom of the description. I'll have that and other information there as well. All right, folks. Other than that, we only have two that really stood out: PALI and SPRO, and we'll see if they do anything, and then we'll go from there. All right. So I'll see you folks in the coaching room. Other than that, have a great trading day. Take care.